Jamie Stad.
Hey, Coach. Hello from New Hampshire. Um, Given who you have in and out of the lineup, how do you feel like you match up with the Knicks tonight?
Well, I think they're tough. They have great depth. I was just doing my radio interview with Sean. We were talking about how kind of sneaky old they are. They have veteran players. They have tough guys. They're physical, and we're just going to have to match that with who's available on down the roster. Um, I have a great deal of respect for the way that they've played all year, but it feels like every game I watch, the way that they set a tone for the game and the physicality that they play with, again, up and down that roster with some of their with some really talented players, is a big reason why they're where they are. They've done a good job.
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, are you pleased with the progress, or are you making progress defensively, or are you just making five bad mistakes in a good defensive game? Like last night, how did you guys play defensively, and do you see progress?
Yeah, I mean, easier said than done. If we keep those guys off the line, Gary, that's a sub 100 game, and you have a chance to win, even though you turned it over left and right. I mean, the turnovers were really what cost us that game, or the opportunity to win that game. I think we're making progress. I think the numbers would suggest that probably in the last week or so. But, like yesterday, we talked about our progress offensively, and I jinxed us. So I'm just going to shut up and see if we can't maybe put a good game together on both ends of the floor and go from there.
Abby Chin.
Brad, I'm just wondering what the limitations are with Tristan now that he's back.
Yeah, short bursts. I mean, very, not going to play a lot of minutes in a row.
Stephen Bondi.
Hey, Coach. I just was wondering your thoughts on the play-in tournament. What do you think about it? And, how important is it? How much emphasis is it to avoid it by getting up to the at least the 6th seed?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody would prefer to do that. There's no question about that. I think that, but you are what you are at the end of the year. And so each game's worth one. We all need to play as well as we can on that given night to have success. But somebody's going to finish in that group. And, when they do, they're going to have to then get ready to perform. And, if you do it well, then you get a chance to be in the real tournament. So I think it's a good idea from fan engagement standpoint. It's a little bit unique in a 72 game season. So I understand, the desire to do it. And, we hope, just like New York hopes, just like everybody else in this mix of team hopes, that you're able to find your way above that. But if not, then you play the games that you're assigned to play.
Mark D'Amico.
Hey, Coach, back to Tristan real quick. With him back and with the current roster construction, just with Daniel Tice being gone now, how would you characterize his importance and just, how critical his role is on this team, being really the only vet of the big men?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have very many vets as it is, right? Except for the young guys that have been here with us, Marcus and Jalen and Jason. I guess you could consider them vets now. And then obviously Kemba. But with Fournier and Tristan out, you can feel that a little bit. We need Tristan back. I mean, obviously with the Tice trade, that is enormous to have him back. And I thought that he'll play a lot when Rob is not. But I thought that Luke came in and showed us that he can do some things, and Mo has done some things, and I thought Taco did okay last night too. Like, we're going to need everybody, but there's no doubt that our center rotation will start with Rob and Tristan.
John Corrales.
Brad, I know that it's different. Doubling is different. Different players, you do it different ways. But it seemed to cost you a little bit last night. Rotations off of those were off. What have you seen from the team as far as when you do decide to double, how they're reacting?
Well, in the first half, it wasn't very good, right? I mean, even the clips we watched at halftime, that's what we focused on because that cost us the Danny Green threes. You know, one where we just lost him, and another one where we overreacted, one where we weren't in his airspace enough. But like, you know, I think ultimately we've been decent at that at times in the past. We've been more selective with choosing to do it. You go back to our playoff series against Philly 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we didn't double at all or very, very little. And that was because of who we had guarding Embiid. Last year, we doubled really selectively. You know, we didn't double to start games very often. We would double here and there as the game went on. This year, you know, our matchups are a little bit more difficult, and we've chosen to double a little bit more. You know, if we ever get a chance to play them again, I think we'll have to be a lot more flexible in where we come from and how we match up and all those other things. So we certainly will not guard them, you know, out of a plan the way that, or at least hopefully we do it cleaner than we did it last night.
All right, I'll wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.